February air whipped through Canary Wharf, slicing between the towering glass and steel structures that pierced the London sky. The city pulsed with a cold electric energy, the kind that made every breath feel sharp and alive. Streetlights cast long, shimmering reflections on the wet pavement, and the distant hum of traffic mingled with the low murmur of voices, creating a symphony unique to this financial heart of London. It was 7:30 p.m., and the workday exodus was in full swing. The sidewalks overflowed with a river of people, each one eager to escape the confines of their glass towers and return to the warmth of home, or perhaps to the promise of a drink with friends in a nearby bar. Commuters streamed out of offices, faces illuminated by the cold blue glow of their phones. Notifications pinged, emails buzzed, and the digital world clung to them even as they tried to leave work behind. The glow of screens was almost ghostly, casting everyone in a pale, otherworldly light. The air buzzed with the fatigue of long hours and the anticipation of the weekend ahead. There was a heaviness in their steps, but also a subtle undercurrent of hope. Friday was just around the corner, and with it, the possibility of freedom, of something unexpected. Anna, her heels clicking rhythmically against the pavement, navigated the throng, her breath misting in the frigid air. Each step was purposeful, her posture straight, but her eyes darted nervously, scanning the crowd for familiar faces or potential threats. The city could be exhilarating, but it could also be unforgiving. She clutched her handbag tighter, a shield against the anonymity of the city. The bag held more than just her belongings. It was a small anchor, a reminder of her identity in a sea of strangers. Her gaze, drawn upwards to the imposing facade of One Canada Square, held a mixture of awe and apprehension. The building loomed above her, its lights twinkling like distant stars, a symbol of both ambition and the daunting challenges that lay ahead. It was her first week at Sterling & Finch, a prestigious investment firm, and the pressure to prove herself was immense. Every morning she felt the weight of expectations pressing down, and every evening she replayed the day's conversations, wondering if she'd made the right impression. The city demanded resilience, and Anna was determined not to let her nerves show. She straightened her coat, steeling herself for whatever the night might bring. Suddenly, a figure detached itself from the crowd, his laughter cutting through the dull roar of the city. It was a sound that seemed out of place, warm, genuine, and oddly comforting amid the urban rush. He was tall, with a disarming smile and eyes that sparkled with an almost mischievous intelligence. There was something magnetic about him, a presence that drew the attention of everyone nearby. He moved with an easy confidence that spoke of power and privilege. People instinctively made way for him, sensing his authority even if they didn't know his name. Their eyes met for a fleeting moment, a spark of recognition passing between them. In that instant, the noise and chaos of the city seemed to fade, leaving only the silent electricity of their connection. Anna's heart skipped a beat. She felt a rush of adrenaline, a mix of excitement and fear, as if she were standing on the edge of something unknown. She had seen him at the office, a rising star in the mergers and acquisitions department, his name whispered with a mixture of admiration and envy. He was the kind of person who seemed destined for greatness, his reputation preceding him wherever he went. He was everything she aspired to be, successful, charismatic, and undeniably magnetic. His confidence was infectious, and his ambition matched only by his charm. Little did she know their paths were about to intertwine in a dangerous dance of ambition, deception, and forbidden love. The city, with all its glittering promise and hidden shadows, was about to change everything for Anna. Their paths crossed again, as fate would have it, in the sleek, modern confines of the Sterling & Finch office. The time was 8:00 p.m., and the once bustling trading floor was now eerily deserted, the blinking screens and scattered papers a testament to the day's frenzy. Working late? His voice startled her, amusement lacing his tone. He was leaning against her cubicle wall, a mug of coffee in his hand, the faint scent of cinnamon and something stronger, whiskey perhaps, reaching her. Just finishing up some reports, Anna replied, her voice betraying a hint of nervousness. Long day? You have no idea, he chuckled, taking a sip of his coffee. But someone's got to keep the wheels of capitalism turning, right? His name was Ethan, he told her, and he'd been with the firm for 3 years, quickly climbing the ranks. He spoke with an easy charm, peppering his conversation with anecdotes of high-stakes deals and late-night negotiations. Anna found herself drawn to his energy, his ambition mirroring her own. As they talked, the lines between work and something more personal began to blur. Ethan spoke of his dreams of building a financial empire, his words echoing Anna's own aspirations. There was a shared ambition, a hunger for success, that bound them together in that sterile corporate environment. The clock on the wall ticked past 9 p.m., its hands moving with a slow, deliberate certainty that seemed to echo through the empty office. The world outside had long since quieted, the city lights flickering in the distance. But inside, time felt suspended, stretched thin by the weight of unfinished business and unspoken words. The late hour was a constant reminder of the sacrifices demanded by ambition and the cost of chasing dreams in a world that never truly sleeps. Exhaustion tugged at Anna's eyelids, her body aching for rest, but she found herself reluctant to leave the soft glow of her desk lamp. There was a comfort in the quiet, a sense of possibility that only the night could bring. Ethan's presence had transformed the cold, impersonal office into a haven of shared dreams and whispered confidences. With him, the sterile walls seemed to fade, replaced by laughter and the warmth of genuine connection. He walked her to the elevator, their laughter echoing in the empty hallway, a brief respite from the pressures that waited just beyond those doors. For a moment, it felt as if they were the only two people left in the world. As they stood waiting, a figure emerged from the shadows, a senior partner known for his ruthless efficiency and sharp instincts. His reputation preceded him, casting a long shadow over every late-night encounter. He nodded curtly at Ethan, his eyes lingering on Anna for a beat too long, a flicker of something unreadable in their depths. The air seemed to thicken, charged with silent warnings and unspoken judgments. "Don't let him intimidate you," Ethan said lightly once the man was out of earshot, his tone casual but his eyes betraying a hint of concern. "He's all bark and no bite." Still, Anna couldn't help but wonder if there was more to the story, if the rumors she'd heard held any truth. But Anna couldn't shake off the feeling of unease that had settled over her, a chill that lingered even as she tried to laugh it off. She had heard whispers in the corridors, rumors of questionable dealings, of fortunes made and lost on insider information. The stories were always told in hushed tones, as if speaking them aloud might summon trouble. Sterling and Finch had a reputation for playing fast and loose with the rules, for pushing the boundaries of legality in the pursuit of profit. The firm's name carried both prestige and a hint of danger, a place where ambition could be both rewarded and punished. As the elevator doors closed, separating them, a seed of doubt had been planted in Anna's mind. The night felt heavier now, the silence more oppressive. Was Ethan everything he seemed to be? Or was he hiding secrets of his own, secrets that could change everything she thought she knew? Or was there a darker side to his ambition? A side that lurked beneath the surface of his charm and charisma, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. The following weeks were a whirlwind of late nights, stolen kisses in empty conference rooms, and secret glances exchanged over the glow of computer screens. Anna and Ethan found themselves drawn deeper into each other's orbit, their connection growing stronger with every passing day. The office, once a place of routine and ambition, became their private playground after hours, where laughter echoed down empty hallways and every touch felt electric. There was an intoxicating thrill to their forbidden romance, a sense that they were living in a world apart from everyone else. Ethan was everything Anna had ever desired, passionate, ambitious, and fiercely intelligent. He seemed to know exactly what she needed before she even asked, and his confidence was magnetic. He showered her with extravagant gifts, designer handbags, sparkling jewelry, and spontaneous weekend getaways to Paris and Milan. Each gesture was more lavish than the last, making Anna feel as if she were living in a dream. One evening, he presented her with a vintage Rolex, claiming it had once belonged to a Russian oligarch. The watch was heavy on her wrist, a symbol of both his affection and the mysterious world he inhabited. But amidst the whirlwind of romance, red flags began to appear, subtle at first, then impossible to ignore. Ethan was closing a series of high-stakes deals, each one more audacious and ethically questionable than the last. The stakes seemed to rise with every contract signed, and Anna noticed how his colleagues whispered in hushed tones when he passed by. Late-night phone calls became routine, his voice always hushed and urgent, as if he were constantly putting out fires that threatened to consume him. Conversations would abruptly end whenever Anna entered the room, replaced by forced smiles and vague explanations. And always, that lingering scent of whiskey in the air, a constant reminder of the pressure he was under and perhaps the secrets he was keeping. One evening, as they shared a bottle of champagne in his luxurious riverside apartment, Anna tried to push her worries aside, convincing herself that she was simply overthinking. The view of the glittering expanse of the Thames below seemed to promise endless possibilities, and for a moment, Anna allowed herself to believe in the fantasy. But fate intervened when Anna stumbled upon a file on his laptop, left open and unguarded. The file contained detailed financial projections for a company Sterling and Finch was in the process of acquiring, numbers and forecasts that seemed too good to be true. The projections were suspiciously optimistic, bordering on fraudulent, and Anna's heart pounded as she realized the implications. When she confronted Ethan, he brushed off her concerns with practiced ease, his smile strained and unconvincing. "It's just business, darling," he said, his voice laced with a hint of impatience. "Don't worry your pretty little head about it. You know how these things work." But Anna couldn't shake off the feeling that she was entangled in something dangerous, that the man she loved was hiding more than she could ever imagine. She felt herself caught in a web of deceit that threatened to unravel everything she held dear. And for the first time, Anna wondered if she truly knew Ethan at all.
Disclaimer. The crime stories shared on this channel are fictional and created purely for entertainment purposes. Viewer discretion is advised, as the themes may still include sensitive or suspenseful content. Watch as I bring you thrilling tales well. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss an upload.